Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're going to take a look at the IS-8 because the tank just got buffed, and for the best, because if you remember correctly, this tank used to be a medium, now it's a true heavy. What happened basically is that Wargaming finally realized that the IS-8 was a big problem specifically for new players, because usually when you get into World of Tanks Blitz, the first tank people will tell you to grind is the IS-7. And of course, even if the line from tier 1 to tier 8 is great, when you arrive to the tier 9 and you don't know what you're doing, you are gonna have a really harsh time because the tank was definitely not a heavy, and it was in total opposite with the playstyle that the whole line learned you from tier 1. Wargaming changed that, as you can see here, with those three simple things. First, the cheek thickness of the top turret was increased from 191mm to 230, which means that nowadays you can't get penetrated as easily as before when it comes to your turret cheeks. The reload time of the gun was also buffed by nearly 1 second, which means that your DPM is as high as never. And the traverse speed was obviously decreased because if they increase the thickness of the turret, they have to give it a little bit of a mobility nerf. One thing Wargaming forgot to mention, or it's just me that is hallucinating, but I feel like the tank is less mobile overall. What I mean by that is that you are going to go less fast or slower than before, and of course because of the nerf on the turret traverse, it's going to take more time for you to turn around. But those changes are definitely making this tank alpha for the simple fact that the DPM is now nearly 2.8 thousand, which means that you are matching tier 10 DPM, and most importantly you have more DPM than other tier 10 tanks like the IS-7 that is sitting at 2.4 thousand. So the IS-8 is becoming, is actually right now a beast, and you really want to have it in your garage to have some fun and obviously unlock the IS-7 that you are going to be disappointed about. For the other statistics, the top speed is 45 kilometers per hour, which is great for a heavy. The turret is now good, and the traverse speed got nerfed, but you still can turn it by, you can turn your whole turn rate is 40 degrees per second, which means that you will turn easily on the battlefield still. Now, the question is, what does it look like in battle? Well, we are going to take a look at this. If you are familiar with the IS-8, you already see that something is off with the mobility, because I should be faster than the concept 1B that is usually stuck at 38 kilometers per hour. Of course, the turret thickness being increased, we couldn't ask for Wargaming to remain a medium, but a medium with a real heavy armor that would be observed. So what we're doing is trying to drop off to the middle of this area right there on the right, because that's where you're supposed to go when you're heavy. And now we're sniping a couple of shells into the projectile. Here I should have swept to the 80 shells, but I forgot. I mean, it happens sometimes, and it's not a problem because in the meantime the projectile 65 got totally annihilated. You see that even if the mobility got nerfed, we still have the possibility of taking advanced and aggressive positions, but now you can sustain on them much better than before. So what we are currently trying to do right now, because we are in a tier 10 game, is trying to sneak some shells without necessarily getting spotted. And you see that it's going to become quite harsh for us when the T-57 Heavy is coming. We are trying to side scrape, hold down, whatever, but it seems like it didn't work, because after all, now that the turret cheeks are not penetrable anymore, you still have the good old weak spot located on the cupola of the tank. That is something that every single tank in this game are sharing, so we're not going to blame the tank on that. But if I had to give you my overall opinion on the IS-8, now maybe by watching it you don't necessarily feel it, but by playing it I can definitely tell you that it feels more like something that will get you to the IS-7 rather than the previous version of it. So there we go, we are trying to snap a couple of shells on the T-124, and now I'm gonna try to be a little bit greedy, but yeah, we have the whole team right there, and there's nothing we can do. I'm trying to snap a shell on the T-124, I really want to, but yeah, I'm not gonna take the risk of taking a shot from the Jagdpanzer E-100. Even if my tank got an armor buff, it's not going to be enough to bounce a Yak. So there we go. I see that the E4 shot, the Yak shot. I'm going for the T57 heavy and not the E4 or the Yak Panzer E100, for the simple fact that it's better to kill tanks with a fully traversable turret first, because it will allow, thanks to my mobility after, to take some shots in the back on the turretless and destroyers. So there we go, snapping in another HE shell on the T124, and now I see that the Yak Panzer is in struggle. And here you are gonna see the true power of the IS-8. Right now, I reload in 9.1 seconds, and there is the T95 that doesn't have the possibility of getting his turrets, his tracks back. So there we go, we are snapping already 2 shells, a third one, and now you see that within 30 seconds, even less, we managed to nearly kill the entirety of the T95. And this is what is lovely about the IS-8 gun currently. Reloading in 9.1 seconds is just ridiculous, and I mean, people are not aware, not most, that the IS-8 got buff, and it can be the greatest advantage for you, because when they push you, they're probably gonna think that you are still weak, and it's gonna serve your advantage, because you're gonna be able to just clap their cheeks all day long. So there we go, let's keep going. T57 heavy. Here I go, trying to snap a shell, and unfortunately for me, he moved at the very last second. But I got some luck in my unluckiness, I don't know if that's the word, because the T57 heavy got killed before managing to kill me. So now there is the Leo 1, and here I'm gonna do a mistake. I'm thinking that my HE shell will be enough to destroy it, but it's without counting on the mighty RNG that fucked it up, literally, because I should have been able to kill the Leo 1 using HE shell. And that's how I died, doing 4.4k damage, but still having an amazing time, an amazing game, some assisting damage, and we still lost it. Rip. I didn't know that we lost it, actually. I wasn't checking, but yeah, I mean, you can't win them all, but still, it was a good game, and the IS-8 is now worth it. It's an enjoyable tank that feels more like a heavy than a medium, but a heavy that has everything for itself. The armor is not the best still, but if you put it in all down, you should be safe. The gun is just beautiful, probably one of the best guns at tier 9. And the mobility is still quite good and among the top when it comes to heavies at tier 9. So out of 3 statistics, major statistics, 2 of them are at the top, which makes it a tank to go for, a tank to keep, a tank to have fun with. So hopefully you enjoyed. If that's the case, feel free to subscribe, like and share. If you already bought back the IS-7 or if you just buy it right now, tell me how you feel about the tank. Do you like it? Do you not like it? And personally, I'm gonna see you soon for a new video. Bye.